Let's talk about the one thing every single person has in common. It's not ambition and it's not talent, it's fear. We all feel it. The difference between the people who build a life that they want and the people who stay trapped in a life they tolerate is simply how they respond when that fear arrives. Fear is the most ancient survival mechanism we possess. It's biologically designed to keep you safe from a predator. But in a modern world, being completely safe usually means being completely stuck. You're no longer running from wild animals, yet your brain still reacts to a difficult conversation or a new opportunity as if your life's in immediate danger. I want you to think about the last time that you were truly terrified to do something. You know exactly what that physical sensation is like. It's not just a passing thought in your head, it's a violent biological event. Your chest tightens, the oxygen seems to get sucked out of the room, and it leaves you gasping for air. Your stomach drops, much like the feeling of missing a step in the dark. Your hands might start to shake, your palms get sweaty, and your heart hammers against your ribs like it's desperately trying to get out. Mentally, it's absolute chaos. Your brain starts running a million worst case scenarios every single second. It paints a vivid, terrifying picture of humiliation, failure, and total ruin. The voice in your head gets so loud, it gets really fast and incredibly persuasive. It screams at you that you're not ready, you're not good enough, and that if you take this step, you'll lose everything you have. That's what fear feels like. It's heavy, it's suffocating, and it feels entirely real. And because it feels so intensely real, fear is the ultimate controller. It dictates your physical and mental boundaries. It draws an invisible, electrified fence around your life and tells you if you step outside of it, you'll die. Fear demands complete obedience through paralysis. It just keeps you trapped. It does this, unfortunately, to most people on a daily basis. It uses your own logic against you. Fear rarely tells you to give up and be a coward. That approach would be too obvious. You'd probably fight back. Instead, it offers you perfectly reasonable, logical excuses. It tells you to wait till tomorrow when you're more prepared. It tells you to do a little bit more research before making a move. It tells you that the current economic climate is wrong or that the timing's not quite right. It controls you by brilliantly disguising itself as caution. It convinces you that standing still is the smart, reasonable move. Before you know it, days turn into months and months turn into years, and you're still standing in the exact same spot, frozen by the illusion of danger. It completely shrinks your world. It robs you of your potential by making that temporary discomfort of the unknown seem far worse than the permanent misery of staying where you are. How do you break out of it though? How do you get out of that prison? How do you shatter a cycle that feels biologically hardwired into your whole nervous system? Well, the first step is to strip fear of its clever disguise. You have to look at it and call it exactly what it is. It's not caution, it's not a warning sign from the universe, it's just chemical reactions in your brain. Acknowledge them sensations, notice that your heart's racing and that your palms are sweaty, and then refuse to let them sensations decide your entire life for you. You break that cycle. You do it by separating the feeling from the action. You don't have to stop feeling afraid in order to move. That's the greatest lie we're ever taught by anybody in the whole of society. People think confidence means the absence of fear. They sit around waiting for fear to vanish before they do anything. True confidence is walking directly into that storm like you're absolutely believe that you can do it. Even if you're terrified, what have you got to lose? When that fear hits you, you've got to shrink that battlefield to nothing. You don't have to look at the massive, terrifying outcome. You only have to look at the very next action that is required. If you're afraid to make a difficult call, don't think about what might be said at the end. Just pick up the phone, dial the numbers, press the green button, and make the call. You bypass the emotion then, and you execute the physical, mechanical sensation. You prove then to your brain that the invisible fence is just an hallucination. The exact moment that you take the physical step, the illusion cracks and the fear loses its grip, it's gone. And once you know How to really break that cycle, you can use it as a very powerful tool. You can weaponize it, in fact, for your benefit. You see, fear is a compass. It's a flawless direction indicator. If a goal or task doesn't scare you at least a little bit, it's not big enough. It means you're staying too safe within your comfort zone, too small. The things that terrify you the most are always the exact things that you need to grow, to move. So when you feel that spike of adrenaline, flip the internal switch. Change the switch, change the narrative. Your physical body doesn't know the difference between anxiety and excitement. It's the same chemical cocktail flooding all your veins. When your heart starts pounding, tell yourself out loud, I'm not panicking. Tell yourself I'm priming for my action. Use that fear as a wake-up call. It means, in general, that you're alive. It means that the stakes are real, and it means that you're standing on the edge of a major breakthrough. Channel that raw nervous energy into laser-like focus. Let the fear keep you sharp. Let it force you to prepare properly. And then carry it with you across the starting line. Just move. The darkness is always going to be there. The fear will never permanently go. And that's exactly as it should be. Don't wait for fear to vanish. Stand up. Look the terrifying reality straight in the eye and notice that heavy beat of your heart. Square off your shoulders and take the step anyway. The life that you want is waiting for you on the other side of the fear. Own your reality and keep walking. This, my friends, this is the way. You take care and stay blessed. Namaste.